Let's play a game, shall we?
Besties, don't come for me, but this is why you need to stop air drying. Especially if you are under the impression that it is less damaging than blow drying, because research shows that air drying can actually be more damaging than blow drying.
So you may have thought for a second that was going to be true.
Well, hello, Mondo. Remember me? I'm sure you do since you saw my TikTok.
I'm definitely gonna piss off a lot of these TikTok creators.
I see you've opened up the flow, and respectfully so, I'm going to react to your video, reacting to me, apparently saying that I'm capping in regards to the tea that I was spilling. Now, before we get into this video, I would first like to say, what's good, everybody? To anyone that is new, I am a professional licensed hairstylist as well as a curly hair specialist. It is indeed my area of expertise. It's up right now, don't mind me. But to those that know me know that I love to get nitty gritty and scientific about hair because I care and I love to share. I also love to rhyme, if you couldn't tell. And to give you some background, I had shared a video on TikTok, which, you know, those things are very short, not compared to YouTube videos. And I explained why you might want to stop air drying. I am always interested in learning more, and I'm excited to see what Mondo had to say in response to my video and dive deeper into this conversation. I am very open because the teacher is also the student, so without further ado, let's get to it. All right, we're just gonna hit play. This is my blind reaction. I have not yet seen the video, so let's see what Brad has to say.
When it comes to beauty advice on TikTok, specifically hair advice, I often scroll past the video wondering if that was a myth or if it was actually true. So today, I'll be using my 10+ years of hairdressing experience, plus a lot of research that went into this video, to share with you which of these TikTok hair videos are actually true and which ones are false as shit.
Yes. Oh, I also see so much misinformation on TikTok. And TikTok is a bad place for that because the problem is, in such a short video, it's hard to get all the information in. I've always said I talk too much for TikTok. Hence why I'm primarily a YouTuber.
Let's play a game, shall we?
Besties, don't come for me, but this is why you need to stop air drying. I was not expecting to be the first video. This is exciting. Mains by Mell, that's me. Right up there on the screen. Okay. Especially if you are under the impression that it is less damaging than blow drying, because research shows that air drying can actually be more damaging than blow drying.
So you may have thought for a second that was going to be true.
Let us ask the people, did they think for a minute that that was going to be true? Because I am aware that that sounds like very shocking news. What? Well, let's keep going.
It's false. And it's false from my research and opinions.
Now, everyone has an opinion, which they are entitled to. But what does the research show? Let's see.
Okay, so let's just also put that in the video where this is from my research and my opinions. There is a lot of gray area when it comes to a lot of these things. And I get exactly what Mains by Mell is saying. And some of the video is true. But the fact that air drying can be more damaging than blow drying, I'm just not buying it.
So let's talk about how he said some of the video is true, but then doesn't say what part is true.
This was one specific thing today that I researched a lot. It doesn't seem like there was any actual studies done about this.
Well, in the comment section of the TikTok that I shared, the study was there, but
the only reason why air drying could possibly be more damaging is that when you have very heavy hair that retains a lot of moisture, it can swell the cortex and hold a lot of water in your hair, and your hair can be pulled on a lot by that water weighing down your hair, which can result in breakage.
That's not the issue, necessarily. Having your hair very wet for a long time is not going to be heavy enough with natural gravity to pull on your hair and create breakage. That's not what's more damaging here. I never said that either.
But that just seems so unlikely.
That would definitely be unlikely with the gravity we have here on Earth, unless your hair weighs 3 tons. I don't know.
Nobody's walking around with their hair dripping all day, every single day.
Sorry, Brad, I'm gonna let you finish, but who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him? Because almost anyone with curly hair can tell you that they do walk around with their hair wet all day long. Believe me, I speak from experience.
You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong?
A lot of hair products that people with curly hair use do keep their hair wet for a very long time, especially if the products are very rich in oils and butters, as opposed to using products that are water-based, because they don't easily evaporate. So that's not the only reason why air drying could be more damaging. There's actually a lot of reasons. Go on.
People are towel drying their hair.
Actually, to the point of people towel drying, that does damage to your cuticles as well. The physical action of towel drying can be very abrasive to your hair and rough up and even flake off your cuticles. So that is also damaging. There are proper tools, there are proper ways to be towel drying, but I'm just saying towel drying is not necessarily better for your hair either.
You're just never gonna have as much water as you need to actually cause damage to your hair unless you're walking around with dripping wet hair the entire day. I am just gonna say this one is false. Using heat on your hair is more damaging. It's just, come on.
Reasons why.
Wait a minute, we're already moving on? That's not fair. First of all, Brad, I let you finish your points, and now I'm a little disappointed that you didn't let me finish mine because that was not the end of my video. He did not share any of his resources, but I have lots of resources. Allow me to play the full clip, shall we? Besties, don't come for me, but this is why you need to stop air drying. Especially if you are under the impression that it is less damaging than blow drying, because research shows that air drying can actually be more damaging than blow drying. What? C, it does damage to our CMC. The CMC would be the cell membrane complex. This is basically the glue that holds our cuticles together. The problem lies in leaving your hair wet for a very long time. It is conceived to be just as damaging as blow drying on high heat. So what can we do to compromise? Well, you could not blow dry on high heat or do the hover diffuse. This is how we do that. It's by keeping the blow dryer at least 15 centimeters away from your hair and scalp, as well as continually moving it. This is going to prevent any damage from your hair while you are blow drying that you can even do on high heat, because again, it's not direct heat, and then your hair won't be wet all day long. Thank me later. You're welcome. Air drying can be more damaging than blow drying, but because it does damage in a different way. So now that we've seen the videos, let's dive deeper into the research. First, we'll start with the initial claim, the reason why I made that video, and explain the real reason why keeping your hair wet for a very long time is damaging to the hair. The specific paper that I'm citing for this particular point was called Hair Shaft Damage from Heat and Drying Time of the Hair Dryer. It was a study published in 2011, and the objective of the study was to determine the levels of hair damage associated with drying the hair. I would also like to note that I did include this source and the citation in the comment section of the TikTok that was shared and we're discussing, but anyhowsers. The research showed that the cell membrane complex was what was damaged over the course of air drying. Not in the same way that the hair dryer damaged the hair. Because there are two different types of damage. There is our surface layer damage, which is going to affect the cuticle layer, the outside. And then there's also internal damage. So that's the kind of damage we're talking about when we talk about the CMC, which has a very important function in the hair. It's the glue that helps to hold it together. Not like the side bonds of the cortex, which gives a lot of the strength to the hair, but it holds the cortex and the cuticle together. And the CMC is also very important for helping actives transfer throughout your hair, aka allowing actives in our hair products to actually enter and distribute evenly throughout the hair shaft. So this is a very important function of the hair, but that's the only real function of the CMC. It does not give any toughness to our cuticle. The cuticle, which gets damaged in a different way from blow drying or also towel drying, is definitely a concern, right? It's not just blow drying, it's also the act of any abrasiveness on the hair or, you know, crazy windstorms. The cuticles of our hair are like the shingles on the roof of a house, so they're very important to keeping the inside protected, which is why they should be respected. The research showed that only air drying had this type of damage done to the CMC. And it concluded that using a hair dryer at a specific distance at 15 centimeters, which isn't super far, it's about 6 inches, and by hovering around your head would be less damaging than air drying, besides to your arm. Get ripped. And now, Brad, the last thing you said before moving on from me.
Using heat on your hair is more damaging. It's just, come on.
which yes, it can be, but let's get a little bit more specific. How hot is too hot? Well, research shows the effect of various cosmetic pretreatments on protecting hair from thermal damage by hot flat ironing. This was also published in 2011 in the journal. Why am I still using this thing? It was written in the Journal of Cosmetic Science. Now they were testing flat ironing, which of course is very different from blow drying because when you're using a flat iron, it is direct heat. You are pressing plates against your hair, which tend to get pretty hot. So of course this can have a very different effect than if you were blow drying indirectly with, let's say, a diffuser attachment, which, speaking from experience, is what I would be doing and what I know this curl community is doing, because ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. We don't want to be walking around with our hair dripping wet for 8 hours, but some of us are because we think that it's safer than blow drying. But let's get back to heat. So this paper on heat damage and flat ironing only covered temperatures from 200 degrees Celsius and below, which 95 degrees Celsius, aka around 200 degrees Fahrenheit. If your blow dryer is going anywhere higher than 200 degrees Celsius, I don't know what you're using, besides a blowtorch maybe, that would be extreme heat. Apparently, all it takes when using a regular blow dryer to achieve heat damage is holding a dryer 5 centimeters from your hair for around 15 seconds, and after doing that 10 or more times, you can start to notice a change in the appearance of your hair color. Hence, high heat will cause your color to lighten. As well, high heat will cause protein degradation. So those are the specific conditions put in place, set to be kind of the threshold that starts to cause hair damage on our strands. All this is to say that it is very different from applying heat from like a flat iron or a curling iron. So blow drying heat is very different from that kind of heat, and there are many different methods that you can use to blow dry hair. There are so many ways that you can blow dry your hair. You can sit in front of a fan for all I care. Crack a window. Again, if you're sitting in a small confined room with not a lot of air circulation, your hair is going to take a lot longer to dry than if you were, let's say, outside. Ultimately, as I also mentioned in another TikTok video, if your hair dries in 30 minutes, naturally, you are free. God bless ya. I cannot relate, especially once I apply my curly hair products. That can stay wet for days, and don't get me started if you're putting your hair in braids when it's wet. All I'm saying is do consider alternatives to blow drying your hair in some which way or another, or even using heat protection, because heat protectant products are going to be very effective at protecting not just that surface layer damage, but also the internal damage to our strands, right? And back to the original point, the problem lies in leaving your hair wet for a very long time. That is basically all I am trying to say. Actually, there's more. I had made another TikTok about why you should stop air drying in relation to your scalp health. And basically, if you're noticing dandruff, scalp is really flaky, if it gets oily faster, and you're not blow drying or drying your scalp and it's staying wet for a very long time, well, these are yet again more issues that could be caused by air drying, causing not just damage to your strand health, but your scalp health. We can save more of this info for a scalp health video. Now that that's all been said on the topic of scalp, I have got to go wash my hair, and I'm going to use my blow dryer, and I'll hit you with the results. Time check, be right back. I'm back. Not too bad. If you want to see how I did that, I do have several tutorials, and there is still a lot more to learn here. These are just some of the facts and the research that I wanted to share with you that I had done to back up that TikTok video that I made. And I don't think he meant to send me any hate. Was that video clickbait and a little bit misleading? Maybe. Yes, I would say. But that's my opinion. So I'm not here to send any hate. Please do not send hate to Brad Mondo. We are here to educate. And I think we can agree to disagree when it comes to air drying as someone with curly textured hair, but again, no harm done. So please do not go and send any hate to Brad. But if you do want to speak on your experiences, do that, because I think we need to have more conversations that include curly and textured hair. If you would like to learn more about that, I am your gal, your main girl, Mel, and I vow to continually educate myself. I am constantly researching and continuing my education, and I suggest you do too. If you want to learn from the sources I have gathered this information from, those will be linked below for you to do your own reading. And if you like getting brainy about your beauty, I have a couple other creators that you should definitely follow. First and foremost, I have learned so much from the Beauty Brains. They are 2 cosmetic chemists. Shout out to Perry and Valerie. I have been listening and learning from their podcast for years now. And if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Again, this was a lot of fun for me because I love getting scientific, and I hope that you found this helpful. There's a lot more where that came from, so I hope that you do subscribe to see more as well. Also, check out my TikTok while you're at it. I'm also on Instagram and Pinterest, so you know what to do. Thank you. I appreciate all your support, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace. All right, hey, it's me, Minnie. Let's see what Brad Minnie, he's large, but I'm Minnie, he's large. Brad Mindo, Mindy, just trying to think of a rhyme there, just stop name, just start. My heart is going pitta patta, pitta patta. Wait a damn minute. Wait, cause my camera died, but I wanted to do this. Okay, bye.